Welcome everybody to the second day of the Circular Valley Convention. Here at the innovation stage, we start with our program right away. So make sure to save yourself a seat because there is a lot to experience today. We have some startup pitches for the day. We have some circular economy best practice examples where we show ideas and solutions of various companies in various areas. And we have the demo day that is about to start now. One short notice for you at 11 o'clock. Maybe you've heard it already. There will be a regional-wide alarm on your phone here in NRW. So at 11, don't be surprised, your mobiles will ring. It's not a trick from us, it's just a regional alarm. Then, let me see, who was at the Circular Night yesterday? Did you have a good night? Yeah? Yeah, looks like it. That's great. So let's welcome our guest and moderator for the first session. His name is Maximilian Lehmann, and he will guide you through the demo day. Enjoy.
Good morning. Welcome. Yes, happy to see that many faces made it now here, also after yesterday's after-show party. Yes, welcome to the demo day of the Circular Economy Accelerator Program. Allow me to introduce myself. As you heard, my name is Maximilian Lehmann. I work for the consulting company Kearney. We are supporting the accelerator program already over the past years. And I can tell you it always brings joy, much joy, to see again and again and again such great startups joining the Valley, coming here, bringing the innovation, showing us what ideas they have. I think this is very great, and as you know, the narrative of the convention is unifying industries for a circular tomorrow. And from our perspective, this is exactly what we need right now. As you know, our continent, Europe, has set ambitious targets. Companies have set ambitious targets, which is important, which is great, but now it's about implementation. And for the implementation, we need change, we need discussions, and we need innovation. And this is what the Accelerator program is all about and why it's so important. For the ones first time listening in, a couple of words and a quick introduction about the Accelerator program. So in a nutshell, twice a year, around 15 startups got selected from all the applications, got invited to participate, get access to the network, get workshops, training sessions, but they also get invited to be on site for a couple of weeks in the region, allowing them the opportunity to present themselves, to pitch. And this is also the so-called demo day. So this is what you're going to listen into now for the next 90 minutes, the startups presenting themselves. I think in total, the alumni network of the Accelerator program counts over 120 startups. This is an impressive number in 4 years. And many of them are also here. So please reach out to them afterwards as well. They are going to appreciate it. And yes, as you heard, at 11, all our phones are ringing because of this alarming day in Germany. But let me encourage you with one thing. You're going to listen to great people, great innovation, great companies. But please don't forget what you have to offer, because you can also offer feedback. You can offer your network. You can connect your network, because I'm pretty sure everyone here knows someone who would be interested in the solutions you are going to hear. So I would like to encourage you afterwards, please reach out to the startups. This is the greatest gift you can give a young company beside financial support, is your experience, is discussion, is a network. So please don't hesitate, they're going to appreciate it. And this being said, I would like you to make lots of noise so more people come in, because they're listening that something very interesting is happening here. And I would like to welcome Jeffrey on stage from PragmaCharge, from Great Britain. He's missing a microphone and a clicker, but once we have it, Jeffrey is going to explain us how they are going to revolutionize the market for electric trucks. And once we have this microphone and the clicker, he can start. But in the... it's here on stage already. Even better. Enjoy.
Good morning, everyone. Are you a business that has decarbonisation targets and are looking to reduce your logistics emissions? Or are you a fleet owner that's looking to better serve your customers, demanding electrified freight? My name is Jeffrey. I'm from PragmaCharge. and we are decarbonising the heavy-duty trucking industry by helping fleet owners transition from diesel to electric trucks. So speaking with fleet owners, there are 4 main barriers to electric truck adoption. There are 1, the capex investment. Transitioning to electric is very capital intensive. Secondly, there are questions around the technology requirements. Which truck best suits my operations? And what charging infrastructure do I need to support that? Thirdly, there's questions around the software. How do I connect my trucks to the chargers, to your transport management systems to best efficiently operate these trucks? Which leads to the question, 4th question, around cost. How do you operate these trucks so that they are cost competitive to diesel? So here at PragmaCharge, we offer fleet owners a comprehensive fleet truck electrification solution on 2 pricing models that allow for direct comparison to diesel trucks. So this solution includes the build, own, operate of charging hubs, whether that's at your depot or at a PragmaCharge semi-public hub. We invest all the upfront capex, we do the civil, electrical works, we install the infrastructure, and we operate these sites. So for example, we are building Spain's largest electric truck charging center in the port of Valencia in Spain. We're also building a charging hub in the port of Kotka in Finland, which is a key part of the European TEN-T network. We also offer the electric trucks and infrastructure sized right to your business needs. So we work with the OEMs to find the best truck leasing suited to your operations in terms of price to performance, and we obviously install the optimal charging infrastructure scaled to your needs. We also provide the software required to allow the trucks to communicate with the chargers with your daily transport management system. And this allows you to optimize your day-to-day operations and operate these trucks as efficiently as possible, which leads to the price. So I think if there's one thing to take away, there are many, many use cases and scenarios in which electric trucks are already competitive with diesel trucks. And as the cost of operating diesel trucks are expected to increase, while the cost of trucks, electric trucks, and cost of electricity are expected to decrease, this is only going to favor electric trucks more and more. So to summarize the key benefits of PragmaCharge's offer, there is 0 upfront cost to the customer. So we invest all the capex required. We transform this into a predictable monthly payments. Our solution is flexible and scalable to your business needs. And we can provide audible emissions reductions to help you achieve your emission reduction targets or your decarbonisation targets. So, if you're looking to decarbonise your truck fleet or your logistics portion of your business, please connect with me or come visit me at booth D16. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Company is called PragmaCharge. From Great Britain, we come to Germany. From electric trucks, we come to a sharing economy. And Max, welcome on stage, is going to explain us how fainin aims to foster collaborative sharing. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. I want to talk about how to bring sustainability into your employees' everyday life. But before that, I want to introduce myself. I have a strong passion for videography or photography myself. If you're looking for me, you can either find me on my kayak or my stand-up paddleboard, or in the kitchen cooking for my girlfriend or my family. Every now and then I read a book myself, but let's go back to the camera. You know what time I have used it last? 12 months ago. And if I look around in my basement, it's absurd how many items are laying around there. Who in this room has something that he hasn't used in the past year? In fact, 80% of the things we own in Western society are only used once a month. A possible solution could be that the people start sharing more with each other. But according to studies, more than 2/3 of the people highlight trust issues as the #1 barrier. So 4 years ago, we have asked ourselves what needs to be different. And that was the first time we have thought about fainin. Our sharing marketplace comes from Find Anything in Your Neighborhood, and 100% ID verified borrowers make sure that there's no fraud happening on our marketplace. And in case anything breaks, our insurance secures every transaction up to 15,000 euros. But since day one, we had a problem, but we wouldn't be here if we wouldn't find a solution to every problem. We needed to bring supply and demand efficiently together. So we started to collaborate with the Freie University in Berlin to build an exclusive marketplace where only students and employees can access and share securely with each other. And with little to no marketing spendings, we have been able to build 15,000 users with roughly 7,000 rental equipments in 9 different exclusive communities. And this is exactly what is differentiating us from the competition. We combine affordable and cheap online rental transactions with a fully digitized design for trust. The biggest universities in northern Germany are already participating. We started to pilot with a couple of B2B clients because they wanted to bring their sustainability strategy into the heart of the everyday life of every employee. But the best thing comes at the very end. Just this week, we were able to sign one client that has roughly 1,000 employees just in Hamburg. Chibo, most of you probably already know it. And to the 15,000 people, and another 1,000 guys are coming and joining the sharing economy revolution. I would love to introduce my team and I, but meet us at the booth because we believe that sharing is the new owning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Max. As we know, circular economy is a huge topic, and so are the solutions and the diversity of our startups. So from the sharing economy, we are now going to renewable energies. We are going to Spain. We are going to the topic of agrivoltaics. And what that is going to be explained by Oriol. Enjoy.
Thank you. So, did you know that in the last 10 years, Europe has lost around 20% of their agricultural industry? This is because production is reduced because of climate change, and they have, all our farmers are facing difficult topics like productivity and increase of cost. So most of them are already facing this question: should they lease their agricultural land to use it for renewable energies, or should they keep going on with farming? And this question that resonates to many farmers around Europe has a very simple answer. You don't have to choose. You can go with agrivoltaics. So agrivoltaics essentially is having crops underneath solar panels in a very specific pattern that allows for sunlight to go through. The problem is that this pattern also provides shadow, and this many research institutions agree is a problem. So for the last couple of years, our company has been working in providing a simple solution that can be implemented at scale in agrivoltaic installations. So our lens essentially diverts the light underneath the agrivoltaic installations, so you can have a more homogeneous light distribution under these installations. So we think that this solution has a very good fit already for energy communities, pulling consumers into community-driven agrivoltaic projects, but we also are targeting providing these lenses to companies who want to implement our system in the bigger projects. We are a team with more than 20 years of experience in research and development in corporate, public research, and startups. And for the next couple of years, we are focusing on bringing our solution to the market by partnering with research institutions to test our lenses, expanding our team, and working to get more letters of interest of potential clients so they can use our solution. So if you are interested in our solution, you are a potential industrial partner, potential research partner, or an investor, come visit us at booth D20. We'll be more happy than to talk to you and answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Oriol. You can give it to Jan Erik. You can give it to him. Perfect, yes. So, generation energy for renewable energies is the first good step. Afterward comes energy management. And Jan Erik from Volterica is explaining us what the what-if machine is and how it works to drive data-driven decisions.
Hello everybody, I'm Jan from Volterica. The problem we are addressing is as follows. Energy managers and planning engineers are struggling with the rising complexity of the local energy systems. They got a lot of questions regarding these industrial systems. At first, generally comes, does it make sense to install PVs, photovoltaics? The answer is generally yes. But then, do we combine that with battery storages? Do we trade on the markets? Do we use wind power? Do we combine that with electrification of our fleets? And if you're daring, what about hydrogen? So as you can see, there's a lot of questions. And all of these ideas, components, have a lot of uncertainties and a lot of interactions between each other, physically and economically. So, in a nutshell, what we are doing is we're taking all these ideas, components, and uncertainties, and we are cramping them all into our simulation software, which customers like to call a what-if machine for their questions. And what you're getting out of that is clarity about your investment strategy, what components you should use, how you should size them, and how you should operate them, with all the technical and economical data that you need. So amortization, return on invest, and everything you might need. And this all stems from peer-reviewed, cutting-edge research from one of our co-founders, Simon. We've taken all his research and knowledge and all the research that came before, and we've distilled it into our simulation software, our product, the what-if machine. At the moment, we are mainly using our software internally to do consulting projects directly for industry. But our focus in the future, and something that we are already doing with pilot customers, is that we use our software as a service to enable planners, energy managers and consultants to do the consulting themselves and save a lot of time and money in the process. So, we got customers from steel to international fashion. And if you fit somewhere in between that, either you're an industrial company or you're a planning engineer, energy manager, or something like that, please come to us at booth D22 in the startup area. And let me give you a demo how you can save up to 90% of time in your projects and save you or your customers hundreds of thousands or potentially millions of costs. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next startup brings us a little bit more to the north of Europe, to Iceland. And we are coming back to the sharing economy, which you also listened in our second pitch. And now Anna is going to tell us how the circular library network works.
Hi. Hi everyone, my name is Anna. I'm the CEO and founder of the Circular Library Network, and we are an infrastructure provider for the sharing economy. I started this in 2018 as a tool library, and due to COVID, we had to shut down, but we never had a higher demand. So we started automating our systems. We created a software and a hardware so people could use as post office box, pick up stuff, but all automated with an inventorying tool. And once we start publishing that in our social media, because the tool library and library things are a really strong community, we had hundreds of people reach out to us wanting to buy the system from us. And then suddenly we are a tech company. We developed a product that allows our clients to optimize the sharing infrastructure. It's a turnkey solution for them for sharing. We had a deep conversation about how and who should we sell the systems for. We spotted 4 different types of clients. So we have real estate, municipalities and libraries, we have communities, and we have retail. All of them have different needs and necessities and friction points for entering the sharing economy. But in general, all of them want to offer new services and optimize the revenue stream from those services. They want to offer, lower their overhead for those new services. So there's a friction point of how much it costs to start this. They also want to increase their foot traffic or membership numbers, or they want to increase their customer base or even their staff. So most of them want ESG reporting, which our system allows you through our software. Some of them want inventory management tools like co-working spaces, just want to automate how people share the items in the space, while others want to provide new things to their communities. So for example, companies that want to offer systems and items for their communities to be able to share. So luckily for them, our solution actually encompasses all of this. We're able to provide a software inventory management tool with a white label interface, so you can do that on a touch screen or in an app. We also have a community platform, so all our clients can have peer-to-peer support and talk to each other, so they can learn best practices. And we have a hardware solution that allows any cabinet to become a self-checkout system. So basically, we provide infrastructure so you can share better. Our system is very cheap to install and easy to install in any location. We currently have 12 locations abroad, including in Germany, and we are starting our pre-sale with 40 already sold and aiming for 200 this year. For a case study in Reykjavik, we have 5 in libraries, and there they increased 15% on their foot traffic and membership numbers. They avoided 52 tons of CO2 emission from shared items, and they increased their membership number by 70%. We partner up with ChangeX and Microsoft to provide 5 systems for free in Germany. So if you're interested in installing this in your community or your municipality, please contact us in our booth. Tack för det.
Thank you, Anna. We're coming back to Germany, and we are switching again the industry. We're coming back to the chemical industry. And Simplyfined, which we are going to learn about, transforms vegetable oils into standardized bio-based chemical platforms. The expert for this is Max, who is going to explain it to us. Please welcome him on stage.
Hi everybody, and thank you for having me. As said, I'm Max from Simplyfined, and we are here to defossilize the chemical feedstock. That is necessary because if we look at the overall emissions from the chemical industry, at least the forecast in Germany looks quite good. It goes down quite a bit. But what we see in the red part, no, we don't see anything. Okay, there it is. What we see in the red part is that the emissions from the embedded carbons, or the so-called Scope 3 emissions, they can't really be changed. They are not going down. And that's a problem because those used carbons, 87% of what is used is still a fossil feedstock. And that brings us to some problems. First of all, those Scope 3 emissions, they can't technically be reduced. Second of all, if we use fossil feedstock, then obviously we are dependent on long supply chains. For example, countries such as Russia. And last but not least, so far, there's no valuable and suitable sustainable alternative. But I wouldn't be here if I did not offer a solution. And just to give you a real quick deep dive into chemistry, this is what we're doing. So the problem for the lacking sustainable solutions is that plant oils, for example, were too heterogeneous. So we developed a standardizing process to get from this heterogeneous composition of plant oils to one thing that is called oleic acid, or monounsaturated fatty acid, which is on the right side. And the good thing is that the process that we can use does it without any problem for every plant oil that we've tested so far, and some waste streams, such as, for example, tall oil. And we get to a platform chemical that we call oleics. And from those oleics, you can get to mostly everything that we use on a daily basis. So, for example, surfactants, tensids, polymers, or, for example, lubricants. And using those renewables, we can create a whole new value chain next to the fossil one. Why do you think it's suitable? Well, first of all, there's a cost advantage to something that is used nowadays as a renewable in very limited cases. That is quite high. And second of all, if we compare it to fossil fuels, then we can always use a standardized product that has a massive reduction of CO2 emissions by about 50% or more, that creates new value chains, is almost universal at application, and last but not least, gives you the reduced product prices while being patented. So if you want to learn more about it, please feel free to contact any of us or meet us at booth E21 where we can show you some products derived from ours. Thanks a lot.
Great, thank you. The next startup, Solaveni, works in the world of solar cells and LEDs, and Senol is going to explain us how they can create a competitive edge and benefiting the environment and also cost.
Thank you, Maximilian. Hi, everybody. My name is Senol Öz. I'm the CEO of Solaveni, and today I'm going to show you how we can create a circular economy for a new generation of solar cells. Traditional solar cells like silicon require high energy in production. They are heavy and rigid, which limits their application. And most importantly, they are very hard to recycle. Now there is a new player in the field. It's called perovskite solar cell. If you're not a nerdy scientist, you may haven't heard of it yet. We can significantly lower the production cost. We can make solar cells lightweight and flexible. And most importantly, we can create a process where they can be very easily recycled. Looking at the efficiency development, which started for perovskite as a curiosity in 2009, skyrocketed basically over a decade, and now is on par, 27.0% efficiency, just reached 2 weeks ago, on par with silicon, the king of PV. What we do at Solaveni is we do precursors for this novel type of PV technology, and we do it in a very sustainable way. These products can then be processed either by solution or vapor deposition approaches to the target solar cells. We revolutionize the synthesis of these materials. On the left-hand side, you can see the conventional process, which is very energy intense and very complicated. We take basically a shortcut by making a direct reaction of elemental halides with salts to get directly to the product in the best possible solvent available for humankind, namely water. Our products offer very high margin, north of 90%. They're highly sustainable, and they provide ultra-high performance because they can be made in ultra-high purity. We can make them up to 100 times more pure than other chemical companies around the globe. But we don't stop there. We already created a recycling loop for this kind of technology, so the end-of-life perovskite solar cell can be recycled very easily, also by solvents developed by us. And on top of that, we are just started a project where we take end-of-life lead-acid batteries and convert them directly into precursors for solar cells using our patented approach. The perovskite market size, as of today, is quite small, roughly $250 million US. We target to capture 10% of the market share by 2030, calculating with a revenue of around $700 million US and approximately $500 million US net operational profit. Yeah, innovate sustainability, innovate with Solaveni. We haven't raised funding yet, so now is the time for us to expand, and we would like to do it with you. Please come to E15 and talk with us. Thank you very much.
Great. We are switching the continent, and we are going to Malaysia. And we are going to welcome Sunil from Mid-Waste Composites. He's going to take us to his world of lightweight natural fiber composites, explaining us why they're great and why he likes them so much. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, I was 14 when I first learned about composite materials. I was working at my brother's startup, and then soon after I learned about biocomposites, and I knew this was my calling. And now, a decade later, I'm proud to present to you our startup Midwest Composites, where we sustainably engineer materials. So over the years, we've identified some significant challenges and tremendous opportunity. Firstly, European manufacturers, automakers are looking for green and sustainable material. This is a mandate driven by the EU's Green Deal. Secondly, just in the EU and North America alone, 7 million tons of unrecyclable automotive waste is produced annually. And although there is innovation in this field, they mostly focus on flax and hemp fibers, which have surged their prices due to high demand and low supply. This creates the need for alternative fibers that are abundant in Asia. Therefore, we've developed a high-performance natural fiber textile mats for advanced composites derived from jute and kanaf. These materials give you equal strength performance to steel, they reduce your carbon emissions by 75%, and they're 5 times cheaper than the current market offering. This is our vision. It's simple but revolutionary. You grow your crops for its resources, you extract the fiber from the waste, then weave them into technical textiles. Using our manufacturing process, we can convert them into components used on buses, cars, and even planes. And the idea is for it to go through a circular economy and reduce our waste. So, why biocomposites in your vehicles? They give you a 40% weight reduction compared to metals. This increases your fuel efficiency and assembly efficiency while decreasing your lifetime maintenance costs. Planes use about 50% advanced composites, whereas cars and buses only use 6%. This is a huge gap to exploit, especially with the complementary benefits of biocomposites to the EV sector. These are some of our fellow innovators out there. We have Inca from Canada focusing on hemp fibers. We have Ecoa Bilingrove in US focusing on flax fibers, and we have BCOM, the pioneers. They are focusing on flax fibers. They're working with some of the coolest names, and they all compete in the same market, whereas we, Midwest Composites, one of the only ones in our region, and we focus in jute and kanaf fibers. This is our core team. We've been together for a long time. This is our life's mission. Our founders are repeat entrepreneurs. We are backed by some brilliant technical and business advisors. We've got a lot of international recognition for our innovation, and we're supported by many organizations, governmental and international, for our innovation. We've conducted some very successful pilots last year with some very happy customers. We've built engine cover for buses, race car components, a smart shopping cart basket, various drone components, and we've also built the torch for Petronas' 50th anniversary. Currently, in Japan, we are conducting a proof of value with the tier 1 automotive suppliers from Suzuki and Mitsubishi. In India, we struck a joint partnership with Paracord to penetrate the Indian automotive market. And in Malaysia, we recently got our contract to refurbish 50 airport fleets, the interior and exterior components with biocomposites. So if you're ever in Malaysia later this year, you might see our products in the shuttles. And we are on a mission to decarbonize materials. Therefore, I am seeking for strategic partners in EU, mostly resin manufacturers, pilot projects, regardless of the industry. If you want cost-effective plant-based materials, I'm the guy, and investors for our latest financial round. You can visit it at our booth at E11 to learn more about this and learn more about our vision, where we want to put sustainable plant-based materials in space. Thank you.
Perfect. We continue our tour around the world. We're coming from Malaysia now to Mexico, and we are talking about a global challenge, how to make the diapers from all the babies in the world sustainable. Fernando and his team from Namalab have found a solution which might revolutionize our world.
Good morning, everybody. Nice to be here. Today, I want to talk about the diapers industry. Do you know that over 10 million diapers are used and discarded every single hour, making this industry one of the top 3 sources of plastic pollution in the world? At the heart of each disposable diaper is a material called synthetic superabsorbent material. This material is the one in charge of absorbing and retaining large amounts of liquids, but it has 3 big problems. The first one is that it comes exclusively from fossil sources. The second one is that it's a non-recyclable material. And lastly, at the end of its life cycle, it becomes a microplastic source of pollutants. Through our interaction with the industry, we found out that there is a strong need for a biodegradable superabsorbent. That's the reason that in Namalab, these last years of research and development, we've got MONSAPO, a patent-pending biodegradable superabsorbent. But what makes us different? Well, we have a high yield of absorption while having a plant-based and a biodegradable material. Also, with a competitive price and a process that is fully scalable without using any biotech process. Right now, our market is divided into 2, synthetic and biodegradable materials. In this comparative table, we evaluate these options with key criteria of our customers, such as absorption capacities, ability to biodegrade, and price. As you can see, MONSAPO is the only one that excels in these key criteria, making it a viable replacement while avoiding a green premium. Our team combines expertise in material science and hygiene product commercialization, from MBAs to nanotechnology engineers. Right now, our business model is B2B. We are targeting chemical and SAP distributors and also manufacturers in the hygiene industry. Additionally, we offer technology licensing for applications out of our scope. Right now, we are working with two main diaper companies, Coterie and Beton. We are developing the next generation compostable diaper in the world. Right now, our MVP is ready for pilot testing, and by the end of this year, our goal is to have 3 different pilot tests with diapers manufacturers. At the beginning of 2026, we aim to open our applications into agricultural and food packaging industry. This would enable us to open our first pre-commercial plant, and lastly, by the end of 2026, introduce MONSAPO into the mass hygiene market. Please join us in revolutionizing plastic and making sustainability the standard. We are looking for strategic partners in the European Union and also investors for our financial round. Thank you very much.
As many of you might know, the Circular Valley already expanded from North Rhine-Westphalia to also the region of Flanders in Belgium, and this is why we are especially happy that in this batch, for the first time, we also have a startup from Flanders. It's called Vlastic. It's developed a solution how to replace harmful plastics with flux waste, and Laura is going to explain us how this works.
So, good morning, Circular Valley. We are all here because we know that so many valuable resources go to waste. One of them is flax. Where I come from, Flanders, Belgium, and as my grandfather used to tell me, flax has brought us great wealth and a great heritage. Nevertheless, there are so many valuable fibers that go to waste. To be precise, 72,000 tons in Belgium alone, and most of them are being burned. That is why we developed Vlastic. It is a new biomaterial that is only made out of the flax waste stream. And when I say only, I mean only. Because of our unique binding process, we do not need a binding agent. That makes us material healthier, lighter, cheaper, and of course 100% circular. Vlastic is suitable for 3 applications, which is acoustics, packaging, and construction. We have been backed by several initiatives, and thank you for that. And it brought us to the point of this, a small series production. But our goal is bigger. We really want to offer a sustainable alternative to petrol-based foam plastics. And that is why I am standing here today in front of you, because we need you. We are looking for technical universities to help us with the certification. We are looking for production expertise to scale up our production. And of course, always looking for pilots. So, my name is Laura, and together with my co-founder Dries, we are building the future heritage of flax. The question is, do you want to join? Thank you.
Thank you. The next startup, also from Europe, but a little bit to the south, from Switzerland. It's called Circelec, and Circelec focuses on recyclable circuit boards and RFID tags. James is the expert and is explaining the solution. Enjoy.
Thank you, Max. So hello everyone, I'm James from Switzerland. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Circelec, where we develop recyclable circuit boards for the circular economy. So this matters because globally last year, more than 4 million tons of printed circuit boards have turned into electronic waste. A number equal to the weight of more than 1 Eiffel Tower every day. And with only 22% of printed circuit boards properly recycled, we believe it's time for a change. And that's why at Circelec, our vision is to make electronics truly sustainable. So the story behind Circelec started during my PhD with my co-founder Nicholas in printed biodegradable sensors. We developed an additive manufacturing technology that allows us to print highly conductive zinc onto degradable substrates like paper, wood, or biopolymers. Zinc is 100% recyclable metal. It's also 300 times cheaper than silver, the go-to metal used in printed electronics. It is also 3 times cheaper than copper, making our solution cost-effective at scale. With the combination of additive manufacturing and degradable materials, we not only cut manufacturing waste, but also drastically reduce CO2 emissions. And to protect this innovation, we have filed a patent. Now let me show you how big the potential is. Our ultimate goal is to tap into the printed circuit board market, a massive $100 billion industry. But first, to validate our technology, we're starting with the RFID sector, at $10 billion, valued at $10 billion and growing by more than 10% every year. RFID products rely on simpler forms of circuit boards, making it the ideal entry point for us to show the value of our technology with increasing demand for digital passports. And this is what we offer. We plan to manufacture your next choice of eco-friendly NFC cards and ultra-high frequency inlays that you can find in retail. We actually have some prototypes at our booth in E17, so come check them out. We plan to sell those sustainable tags to already established RFID distributors that are eager to attract today's eco-conscious consumer. And the revenue generated from these sales will allow us to expand and broaden our IP and portfolio into more complex verticals, from smart packaging to consumer goods. At Circelec, we bring over 20 years of combined experience in printed electronics, and we're perfectly positioned to drive real impact. We're also happy to have already received $250,000 in Swiss francs, mostly from non-dilutive funds. And with our planned incorporation later this year, we're actively seeking additional funding as well as collaboration with industrial partners. So if you're interested and share our vision of a more sustainable future and want to integrate eco-friendly RFID solutions to your business, let's talk. We'd love to have you join us on this mission. Thank you very much.
Great. Our next startup is another great example how international the solutions need to be. The startup itself comes from Italy. Our presenter is originally from the Netherlands. And ChemSmog helps chemical companies to move slow-moving inventories. Please welcome Tom on stage.
So thank you, and thank you everybody for being present here today. As mentioned, my name is Tom. I'm the general manager and co-founder of ChemSmog. Many of you might not be aware, but on an annual basis, approximately 4 to 6% of the production volumes in the chemical industry end up in disposal. Between myself and my co-founder, we hold over 3 decades of industry experience, and we believe it's time for a change. Therefore, we have created a sustainable solution for these chemical stocks. We have developed a B2B marketing platform where it's our goal to transform these products into a new life. We do this by trying to connect to as many players in the chemical industry as possible, and being very well aware of how the chemical industry functions, we start with registering the people. We then verify their existence in the industry to make sure that that chemicals end up in the wrong hands. We start our proprietary matchmaking process where we try to connect the buyer and the seller in the most cost-efficient way. It is then our task to brokerage the deal, to make sure that both parties are happy with the solution. And of course, finally, we'll ensure that the product gets delivered to the end user. This is what we call our win-win solution. So in this case, you see that from a seller perspective, you transform your waste into potential revenue. You save time because you're outsourcing the scouting process, and by selling products that are standing ready to go to disposal, you will of course minimize your environmental impact. The good part is that also on the buyer side, there are strong advantages. You will have access to an extensive chemical inventory. You will have readily available material. Many of you that are in the industry might know that with all the geopolitical constraints, there is long lead times and often not availability of all materials. And of course, it will be at an opportunistic price. We strongly believe, and we also run our platform under no cure, no pay, so you pay only upon success. And of course, words mean a lot, but we love to show what we have done so far. So this is an example of last year where we sold 6 tons of material. And as you can see, on the seller side, you're approximately saving 8,500 euros, both on product and disposal cost. And on the buyer end, it's very close to 4,000 euros in saving. But this is not all. What is of course very important, because we're here part of the Circular Valley Convention, is that we also understand what is the actual impact we're having on the environment. So we have recently closed our LCA study, and by actually reutilizing the chemicals that are already existing in inventory, we save up to 67% in CO2 emissions. I think this is really where we are proud to showcase this example. So for us, it's all about unlocking value in the chemical industry. So since our launch in 2023, we were already cash flow positive by year end. We have averted over 500 tons of chemicals being disposed, and we are now doing business with clients in more than 12 countries, expanding 3 regions. And we know that this is just the breaking point, because from a rough estimate, we know that on the short term, we see an attainable market that is close to 630 million euros only in Europe. We are a small team. We are currently with the 3 of us. We are very eager to expand because we know it's time to start thinking of the scale up. And we are here today because we're looking for leading industry players that can help us accelerate market acceptance and trust, and will nurture long-term relationships for us so we can really start building and growing this community of users and people. Thank you very much. For those interested, you can find me at booth D18. Looking forward to meeting many of you there, and I wish you a great day.
Thank you, Tom. Our next solution, again from Asia, from India. Again, another industry. As you all know, the textile industry is one of the most heavy polluters in the world. However, Paper Earth has found a solution to upcycle the waste from the textile industry into packaging paper. Please welcome Ayush from India on stage.
Hi, Circular Valley. It's Ayush, co-founder of Paper Earth. I'm from India, and I'm currently based in Aachen with the mission to transform textile waste into sustainable future. So last year when I was in India, this is what I saw. So this is Ghazipur landfill near New Delhi, and it was on fire for straight 48 hours, releasing toxic smoke and making the air completely unbreathable. One of the main reasons for it was excessive amount of textile waste which was carelessly dumped there. So every year, 92 million tons of textile waste is generated, which is equivalent to 250 Burj Khalifa. And you know how much of it is currently being recycled? Anyone, any guesses? Less than 1% of it is currently being recycled. And the projections are, by year 2050, 150 million tons of textile waste will be generated each year. Most of it ends up in landfill, be it Atacama Desert in Chile or Akara, Ghana, where 15 million items of textile waste arrive every week. And the bottom line is, our planet is choking if we don't do anything about it. Due to which, regulatory bodies have imposed several regulations. In France, fashion brands have to pay fees for the waste that they generate. So at Paper Earth, we upcycle discarded textile waste into premium sustainable paper, generating circularity in clothing industry. By repurposing textile waste, we give it a second life. So our paper is created from natural fiber, like cotton, extracted from textile waste, which makes it biodegradable and recyclable. It is of premium quality, unique texture, and aesthetic appeal. Also customizable in thickness, color, and finish. So currently we are offering 2 products, sustainable packaging and eco-friendly stationery, all created by repurposing textile waste. So where conventional paper industry cuts down 15 billion trees a year and is responsible for 2% of global CO2 emission, at Paper Earth we save 17 trees for every ton of paper we create, and we are carbon neutral. We are extremely cost effective through low raw material cost and energy efficiency. Our raw material cost is 50% lower, and our energy cost is 90% lower than conventional paper industry. So we have a great team with complementary skill set. We have highly resourceful advisors. We are part of Green Tech Europe by Village Capital. We are currently incubated at RWTH Aachen University. We recently won a venture competition at NCR Business School. So what are we here for? So we are looking for pilot opportunities. So if you're looking for sustainable packaging or eco-friendly stationery, Give us a chance and we'll prove it to you that our paper is not just good for the planet, but is also of highest quality. Visit us at E40 and we'll show you what we have created. Join us on our mission to transform textile waste into sustainable future, one page at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayush. You can give it to the next one. We are coming back to Europe, and before we start, I see many people still in the entry doors. Feel invited to come in, so the more people join, the better. Our next startup is from France, is explaining us how we can use cooking oil, and transform it into sustainable cleaning products. So quite a decentralized solution. This is also something we highly need. Please welcome from France Sabrine, who is going to explain us MONSAPO.
Good morning, everyone. Did you know that 1 single liter of used cooking oil is capable of polluting 1 million liters of water? Sad to notice that today, 15 million tons of this oil are improperly disposed of, causing 30 million tons of CO2 in our environment. One industry is responsible of high volume of this oil, which are the HoReCa. And for that, they pay high fees for improper disposal or heavy penalties for non-compliance with environmental regulation. But there's a solution to this. And I'm proud to say it was invented by Mami Mahsouna. Long before sustainability became a buzzword, we used to do soap with used cooking oil with her. And that's how my childhood memories with her inspired me to start MONSAPO. We started in Tunisia with a natural cleaning products brand. In bootstrapping, we could scale it from 2,000 euros to 100,000 euros. This success have enabled us to start our next big innovation, MONSAPO Circle, a patent-pending, unique machine that can convert any type of used cooking oil into natural cleaning products right at the source at the client facility. With this machine, we can valorize 1,000 liters of oil into 4,000 liters of products. We have integrated technology, like for example, AI, that enable to change the formulation according to the temperature and the oil quality. We have also integrated IoT to track in real time the chemical characteristics of the products, but also to provide the clients with their impact report like CO2 emission, waste avoidance, water saving, and financial report like their ROI analysis and their payback period. We have built a lot so far. We have finalized our first prototype and we have signed pre-sales contract with 5 hotels at worth of 135k euros. And now we are going to scale our production. We will be scaling the grease through 3 business models: direct sale and recurring revenue, leasing, or a pay-as-you-go model. We have been prototyping with a Hilton hotel in Massy that spent 45,000 euros in cleaning supplies annually. With our machine, they'll be profitable in less than 18 months while making big environmental impacts. There is a competition out there, but we believe that we are the game changer. Our unique machine is fully automated, allows in-house production, and we have very reachable prices. I'm Sabrine. I have 10 years of experience in marketing and communication, and my co-founder Hatem is an industrial engineer with more than 15 years of experience in biogas plant, waste recycling, and photovoltaic. We have advisors that enable us to follow our dreams. So what we are looking for? We are looking for strategic investors to close our round of 850k euros with 100k that is already committed. And also we are looking for pilots here in Europe that can allow us to test our technologies. So join our circle economy movement and meet me at booth E42. Thank you so much.
Great. The next startup brings us to the Baltic states, to Estonia. And as you might have missed one topic in 2025. Of course, we need to talk also about artificial intelligence. And of course, there's also one startup looking into this area. And Nikhita is going to explain us how they can optimize supply chains and waste management using AI technology. Enjoy.
Hi, everyone. So we all know how today stricter recycling targets are enforced worldwide. This means waste management facilities will have to recover more waste so recyclers can recycle more. But this is where the circular loop breaks, because the data that guides the operations of all of these facilities still exists in manually collated Excel sheets. This is data about the material streams that takes about 32 man-hours per month to collect, but is still available for just 3% of the total waste handled. Trashify automates this process with AI. We retrofit computer vision systems on top of waste sorting lines that can detect and analyze 100% of the waste in their field of view. This data is then viewed on our web-based waste analytics platform and includes actionable insights about the waste streams. With this information, facilities can optimize all of their sorting operations, increasing their revenue. They can make more informed decisions about all of their further automation, reducing costs. They can also ensure all of their compliance needs are met with a 300 times increase in operational efficiency. But the true game changer is our DIY AI tool. This is a modular solution that gives complete control over the use of our platform to the customer, so they can add new material streams, new metrics, even decide their own use cases. So unlike with our competitors, our clients are not bound by the options provided by the service provider. They can create their own unique AI. This increases their autonomy, hence their trust in us. But this is also the solution that helps us move beyond the waste management industry into any industry with conveyor belts. Supermarkets, manufacturing facilities, warehouses. The same system can be used for inventory management, defect analysis, contaminant detection. It need not even be waste. Our present solution has so far been deployed in 5 waste management facilities across Europe, where clients pay 900 euros per month per device. We're also collaborating with other technology providers to increase the diversity of our deep tech applications. One such demo is also available at booth E36, so please make sure you come by and check it out yourself. All of this so far has been built by our team of 2 friends who grew up in India and became co-founders in Estonia. I have a passion for selling what Animesh builds with his expertise in AI. Together, we've built all of this from scratch with little in terms of resources. So imagine what we could achieve with an even wider network of potential collaborators and partners. Ultimately, we are here to close the material loop by reducing the wastage of resources across the supply chain. After all, it's trash can, not trash can't. Thank you.
Last but not least, there's one startup missing. We started in Great Britain, we will end in Great Britain. Peter is going to explain us how circular flow transforms neoprene from wetsuits and other products into new goods, and how you as corporates can participate. Enjoy.
Good morning. Wow, what an hour that was. Some absolutely immense innovation for the circular economy. So, circular flow. We are the only truly global circular solution for taking neoprene waste and turning it back into products, both consumer products and industrial applications. So where did the idea come from? Well, I was sitting on a beach in California, and no, I'm not going to dwell, but I was watching divers, and I was working with an organization that's mantra was seek adventure, save the ocean. And I thought, that's great, but don't you go diving in the ocean is something that's terrible? And that was the genesis of the idea. So why is it a problem? So the 20,000 tons of excess neoprene, that's just the dive and surf industry. If we take construction, you can 5 times it. If you take automotive, you can 10 times it. So there's in excess of close to, a million tons of neoprene getting burnt or going to landfill. It's a massive problem, and it's made from oil or sandstone, limestone. So it's non-renewable. So we really should be doing something about it. So what did we come up with? We came up with a circular solution where we collect the scrap, be it post-consumer or manufacturing. We take it to our factory, we have an IP process, we turn it back into sheets, and then we sell it back round the chain. So we are truly circular. Where's the secret sauce? So there's not too much secret sauce in grinding anything, but the secret sauce is how we bind it, how we compress it, and how we create the blocks. And then on consumer products, how we laminate it. Nobody else in the world has worked out how to do that. One of our biggest clients has spent 10 years with 3 leading institutions trying to work out how to do it. They've given up and gone with us, and I'll show you who that is in a little while. So, why am I wearing flip-flops? So, well, apart from the fact that it reduces stress, and it really does, so one quick question, how big is the flip-flop market? 5 billion, any advances on 5 billion? It's 10 is good. Well, if you Google that question this morning, which I did, to just check a number, and I know Google can be wrong, but Google says it's 21.2 billion. So we're already working with 3 of the surf brands on developing flip-flops. This is a prototype, and the middle of that flip-flop is made from recycled neoprene. So just a small part of that market means we've got well over 100 million consumer goods opportunity, but it's not just about consumer goods. In construction, the construction industry uses $5 billion of neoprene a year. Where does it go? It goes under floors, it goes into audio, it goes into walls, and we're already far advanced with a large company in the construction industry to test, which is CDM Strabitech. But where we started, which was in water sports, you can see we've got the biggest surf brand in the world, which is Rip Curl. We have the founding wetsuit brand for surfing, which is O'Neill. And the 3 that are missing, which I won't name, called us last week and said they're finally ready to start working. So, much like all the other startups who've been on the stage this morning, what are we looking for? First of all, we're looking for international partners because this is a global issue. The second point is we're looking for BASF, who thankfully have already reached out, but we'd love to talk to Evonik, we'd love to talk to Henkel. I think there are several large German industrial companies who also make binding agents and solvents that are eco-friendly. We'd love to talk to them. We'd like to talk to recycling companies because we could be an extension to your services. And obviously, I'm hoping that somewhere in this room there might be a green venture fund or a green bank who's interested in solving what is a major environmental and industrial problem. So, if you want to come solve a problem with us, come and talk to us at booth E34. And again, to say thank you for your time and looking for your support. Thank you.
Stay with me, Peter. I think we can just lie down there. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Before we finish this demo day, we have a couple of minutes left. And I would like also to spend some words because the demo day also represents the end of the Circular Economy Accelerator program, which gives us now also the opportunity to hand over to each and everyone the well-deserved certificate. For this, I'm going to invite from Circular Valley Andreas and Kai on stage, and also again, all these startups. So you can remember the names, their faces, so you can reach out to them afterwards. So please join with the entire team, if here, from PragmaCharge. Jeffrey, from Great Britain, the solution for electric trucks. From Germany, Max from fainin, a sharing economy solution. Please join on stage, and we can continue the applause. We are from Spain, Folgrid, the solution for agrivoltaics to increase yield and also renewable energies from solar. We have from Germany Volterica, Jan-Erik, the solution for energy management. We have from Iceland, Anna from Circular Library Network, another solution for the sharing economy. We have Simplyfined from Germany, Max, the solution in the chemical industry to transform vegetable oils. We have Solaveni from Germany in the space of solar cells and LED. We have from Malaysia, and you can continue applauding, someone stop. From Malaysia, Sunil, Midwest Composites. We have from Mexico, Namalab, sustainable diapers. We have from Flanders, the first startup from Flanders, Vlastic. Laura, please join with your team. From Switzerland, James with Circelec and the solution for recyclable circuit boards and RFID tags. We have from Italy, ChemSmog. Round of applause. Tom, please join on stage with your team. Managing slow-moving inventory for the chemical industry. We have from India, Paper Earth. Ayush, I think you're already on stage. We have from France, MONSAPO, the solution to transform used cooking oil into cleaning products. We have Trashify Tech from Estonia, the AI-based solution for supply chain management and waste management. And you just heard, we have Peter from Circular Flow, converting neoprene into products. Big applause. This is batch 8 from Circular Valley. I think we take a picture now. Jan, just tell me when you've finished the picture. So like changing the camera lens. This is highly professional here. Show your certificate, of course. I heard clicking, so that's good. And while we're taking pictures, I'm continue talking because we need your pretty faces. I can continue talking. So we are very good in time. All the startups are here, are very happy to engage, to have a discussion. They are also going to be the full day at their booth. As mentioned, engage, give feedback, ask questions. This is highly valuable. And connect your networks. I again repeat it, I'm pretty sure everyone here knows someone who's interested in one of these solutions. And this is what the startups are here for. This is why we need this innovative space at Circular Valley. This is why we are loving so much the batches at the Accelerator program. So one last applause. And please reach out. Thank you very much for joining. And enjoy the rest of the day.